Greetings, Light Tribe. Jenny Palmer here today. Talking a little bit about healing. Okay, so we gain bits and pieces of knowledge, wisdom, okay, that we can help people with if they want it, need it, if they're ready, if they're open to it. Okay, we don't have all the pieces of the puzzle, all the answers, but we have some answers that can be helpful to people. Okay, and I have discussions with people that inspire me to do certain messages, because people always have something to teach us, because people are inspirational. Their journey, parts about their journey that they share with us are, they're an inspiration. And so some people get the idea of body, mind, and spirit. And I go a little bit further than that with my understanding, because I talk about the four bodies. I talk about the emotional, the mental, the physical, and the spiritual, okay? Because sometimes on our journey of healing, whatever kind of healing that is, whether it's physical healing, okay, from a dis-ease, which oftentimes can indicate imbalance. And people might say, well, oh no, I do everything right, like I'm in balance. And maybe we are, and maybe we aren't. I don't know. I guess that's up to the individual to determine or to be open to. Okay, it's just about awareness. We speak of consciousness, and when we're conscious about things, and certain things come into our consciousness field, okay, but there's always more to learn. Maybe there's some things that have not yet entered that consciousness field. Okay, so we shouldn't, take any kind of an attitude like we have all the answers or all the knowledge that we need, even if we have beautiful, fantastic knowledge that works for us or has been working for us to a certain level. Okay, so sometimes we have our ideas about things. So yeah, we might be a master at certain things that are connected to spirituality, the mind, whatever. I'm not so sure about that, because mind's connected to ego. And like whenever we get defensive about something, that's ego. I want to talk about that in a minute. Okay, so but like with healing, different people are on different parts of their healing journey. And sometimes it's something that's physical. In other words, something might not have resonated with your physical body, which could cause something, but also, carrying emotional trauma, pain, things that we don't process and release, that can create dis-ease, because that part of you, that one of those four bodies is suffering, and the attention that it needs isn't going there, or it's so blocked because we're not releasing stuff. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, the balance between the four bodies. So we might be on a path where we have like very conscientious diets. We eat extremely healthy. Yoga, the different things that we can do. There's lots of different modalities and things that are beautiful and helpful and healing. Okay. And we might think we have it all going, but is everything going fine? And maybe that's just part of our journey. I don't know. There's so much involved to what I'm trying to say here. But our mind gets in the way, because sometimes we'll have a discussion with someone and we're sort of learning from what they're teaching us, and we're trying to tell them stuff that we have learned, but maybe they're blocking us. Maybe they're shutting that down, or rejecting that and not letting it in. Why? Why would they not be open to that different perspective? Is there a reason that they wouldn't let that in? Is it because what they have going on is just working so well for them that they just don't want to let anything else in? I don't know. That's their journey. But when someone's defensive about something, so like if you're talking about healing on whatever level, because like I said, there's physical, there's emotional, there's mental, there's spiritual, whatever healing that we're trying to do. If you're having a discussion about that and someone's trying to share something with you, if you fire back in defensiveness all the time, why are you being defensive? Why would that person be being defensive about the thing and their life that they're dealing with, whether they're struggling with it, whether they're overcoming it, whether it's a challenge, whether they've mastered it or whatever? But if someone else is trying to say, I learned this from this perspective. I mean, different things open people up to their consciousnesses. Okay, so like someone might say, oh, well, that stuff that you learned, that's not what's important. It's about the consciousness. Well, it's that thing that opened up the consciousness, okay, which needs to be acknowledged, hopefully. Okay, but when you're defensive in something and you're deflecting it, why? Are you defending the thing that's the issue? or the way that you're handling it. Because sometimes people, they say, well, this is my belief and this is the way I do it. And this is what I think is like, I can only do these things because this is the right way. So what you're saying, no, I can't do it. Okay. Blocking, not open to expanding your consciousness. So like, some people might have a particular, well, it could be with religions. It could be with anything, spirituality, to where you think yours is right and someone else's is wrong. And that's ego, right? That's ego. Or, and I was, talking to someone today about diet. I mean, diet's hugely important, and hopefully we make healthy choices. There's people that live to be a really, really old age and they don't do what we consider to be healthy. Okay. But they're fine because somehow or another they find balance in their life. But like, if you, like, some people will say, oh, well, my diet has to be this and I can't do this. I don't need to add supplements. I don't need to do this, do that. So we limit ourselves, because what if you do need something that your programming, your whatever, your belief system, and that's great if it works for you and you stand by it and nobody's saying not to. But if you have like, a mindset about something to where, oh, well, I can only do this and that's wrong, then you limit yourself, because there might be something in that thing that you're rejecting that could help you with your healing, but you're not open to seeing it. Okay. So I'm just saying that you say, oh, well, you shouldn't have to do that because if you did this, you wouldn't need that. That's fine. That's a philosophy, but it's not a complete truth. So when we defend, when we're in defense mode and we're being defensive, something is not resonating. In other words, truth doesn't need to be defended. So if we're defending it, it's not truth. It's not really our truth. We might not see that. Okay. So this could apply to many things. I know I'm kind of being vague. But all I'm saying is when we think that we're going to block something out because we're just, and sometimes we know that's not for me and I'm not going to do it, but it could be limiting you on your path because you're not open to it or accepting of it. There could be something in what you're rejecting that could be helpful to opening you up and healing you on and your body on some level that you're not yet aware of, and you're not open to it because you're closing it out. That's all I'm saying is, our minds block our spiritual growth. Body, mind, spirit. But it's more than that. Body is physical, right? Mental, emotional, spiritual. You have an emotional body too. Okay. And sometimes we carry things and we think we've released and let go, but sometimes we carry things we don't even realize we're carrying. Okay. But my main message here is that, like, sometimes if you say, oh, well, my diet includes this and I can't take these other things because you don't believe it. You don't believe in it. And that's absolutely positively your choice and your option. But there might be something in what you're rejecting that could help you to heal, but your mind won't allow it because you're stuck in that belief system. But everybody's on their own path and they have their own truths, their own beliefs, but beliefs aren't truths. But, there's many people out there who inspire us, who everybody has something to share from their journeys, from their experiences, what they've learned. They have something to share with you because we all have knowledge and wisdom. Okay. And so when someone's trying to share something with you, listen, because they might be doing it from a place of love. They might have a message for you and you're not listening because you want to just focus on, that you're right and that, you don't respect, you're not honoring what they've done, what they've learned, and what they might have to contribute to you. Okay, so that's your loss. This is just for awareness, but everybody has their stories and what they're learning. And they all have something to share and to teach. They all have wisdom to share. Be an inspiration. Peace.